Burr, burr, burr. All right, I'm Pat.
Hey, Patrick, I'm Jeffrey. So you got back from fishing, huh?
I did. I got back from fishing. Dog is very interested in the fish that I caught. What's going on with this, man?
This
This
is
is not my not my spot. Here you go.
no,
There's a full leg right there
it
for
is
you.
absolutely it is
Why has she
fun.
gotten so affectionate with me lately?
I have no idea.
Am I dying?
I don't know. Maybe she is. I don't know. I
She's
have no
not
idea.
dying. Dog's in great shape, man.
Well, that's the thought.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a two-way tie between her favorite people in the world, and it's between you and Will.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like even it's weird. It's like so when Will comes over, she's like crying, right? It's just like I miss you, I miss you. But whenever you're here, she just
It's
wants
just
to
like
snuggle up with you
comfy.
so
Yeah.
so bad. So I mean, I think she's able to tell the difference between who has like good souls and who they're like dog shit. So um, I think I think she's
I think
finally
you need a larger
attenuated.
test sample. Yeah.
No, I think she's like barked at and chased away most of the people. I mean, she knocked over the neighbor's trash cans enough to get them to leave. Finally, mission accomplished. So
Well, good job, girlfriend.
I was using Will's lady. She had a spare tile tracker, right?
Tile tracker.
Yeah, kind of like air tags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she gave me that and said, "Hey, why don't you hook it up to your dog, see if that works?" Right now, the way that those things work is
But you never worried about where your dog was going.
no, but it was a curiosity. It was more so
Oh,
like,
okay.
the same people at the vet's office. They say like, one of these days we want you to just put a GoPro on her and see where she goes. Right?
Track your dog?
Yeah, to see from her perspective where she wanders when
Well,
she.
you just turn her loose.
That's the thing. They want to
Yeah,
see like
okay.
what that was. So the tile, right? It doesn't give live tracking that well because what it has to do is its network is based off of pinging off of other like tiles. That's their network.
Oh, okay. So it
Um,
just triangulates.
if it's in the area, right?
Oh,
if
okay.
not, it doesn't really give you information unless it's close. And then when it Bluetooths to what you have, like your phone, you can tell that it's close, right? So it's what most people use it for is like they'll throw it in their moving boxes, right?
Yeah, sure. Put it in your luggage kind of
Put
thing.
it in their luggage,
Yeah.
put it in their moving boxes, put it on their keys or something like that,
You put it
right?
on your dog.
Well, so that's what I was doing, right? So that way, when she was kind of close to the house, I could hit the button, it would play a little musical tune, she'd come back inside, right?
What, really?
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah.
It was
Now
like a call button?
it just makes a
Like the
noise.
stewardess button?
Well, it makes a little tune. So in the same way, like if you attached it to your keys
Yeah, sure.
and you got your phone, you hit the button, it'll start making a thing, and you walk toward your
Oh,
customer, right?
got it. Okay.
Only this thing is like she'd be out front, and I'd hit it, and she'd hear this tune. She's like, "All right, time to come inside," because I always have like a goodie for her whenever she gets back,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
So the thing is, I don't know what she ran into or how she did it, but she just totally broke the bottom part off. So somewhere
So
out
you're
there,
gonna fucking track me, Dad.
yeah, somewhere out there, there's a cover and a CR 2032 watch battery um, that she broke off, including with her name tag. I don't know what the fuck she hit, but she hit it like a champ. So um, I went on to looking like, all right, well, let me get another one of these things. So I look and I'm like, actually, do they make GPS trackers for dogs?
Yeah, they
And
do. Yeah,
turns out they do.
yeah.
So I grabbed one of these and I put it on her. I was so disappointed with her nighttime travel. She has gotten
Well, she's like 3 blocks up and 3 blocks down, or what?
no,
No.
no, no. She walks three houses down,
Oh, okay.
three houses down. Basically wanders in the same area. Like checks it out. Like She used to be
No
all over the
fucking
place,
shit. Yeah,
but
she used to be everywhere.
everywhere. But I guess she.
You come back and say this is not blackjack pizza.
Now look, I didn't. That's the thing. I didn't send her out on a trash day night. I try not to do that anymore because she always makes herself sick. But yeah, on a regular just investigatory night when she used to chase rabbits and stuff, she just three houses down walks between these three houses, right, and it's just this way,
Right.
and just you can see it. There's this line of just like back and forth,
Just
and
have
then
to
like
recheck it, huh?
kind of weird. I was like, all right, now this isn't interesting to know, but
Well, that means your dog is like stupid territorial.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
I
Yeah,
know, man.
yeah, that's got to be it.
So she's like just scoping out three houses up, three houses down, three houses up that way, right?
I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess she's
There's no fucking raccoons to kill. There's no raccoons to kill.
you must nailed it. Yeah, I mean I think that makes perfect sense.
Huh. So we're just posting up on the fort, huh? Because your dog used to wander.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she would be on any given night. It would be sort of 30 minutes, 45 minutes before she get back.
Dude, I've always watched my like ring camera, with the app. People say, "Oh, I found this dog." And I was like, "No, that's Chef's dog." You know?
Well, because I mean, this is the same thing. Was like when I'd take her up to the school and she didn't want to get in the car. I'm like, all right, see you at the house, right?
And she'd show up at the house.
Yeah,
That's bananas,
I'd
man.
go home and she'd come home when she was ready.
Dude, I've never known anybody who had a dog like that.
It's insane.
It
I know.
is insane.
I know.
Yeah. So yeah. No, so I went up to the fishing club today, and I remember I took you up there a while ago
Oh, this was years ago. Yeah.
with
Yep.
her,
hmm
and you were just like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I was like, "Dude, there's fucking like cats and bears and stuff," and you were like, "Nah, it's fine."
She doesn't care.
Yeah, it doesn't care. It was time to go, and she was there.
Well,
That, dude. That made me really nervous when we did that. So that was a while ago. What the fuck is that?
oh,
Oh,
that
you
is
got your window
wind.
open.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Patrick, grab something like grab one of my kitchen knives. I mean, that was the thing. I remember that she kind of like disappeared for a little bit, and then I remember when she reappeared, she was walking through the middle of the lake,
Yeah, yeah.
coming to me from the middle of the lake. This dog
She swam across it.
who
Yeah,
hates water,
apparently
hates
not that water.
water,
Yeah.
right? And there she is. She's just coming to me, swimming across the lake. That's her. That's her personality, man.
It's bananas.
Again,
If
there
I put
was.
my cats up there, I'd never see them again.
You know what? I got to tell you, I think most people's dogs would be the same way.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I
it's
think you're
just
right. Yeah.
it's this one. Like again, this it started. As soon as I got her, as soon as she started getting out, right?
Yeah, she
Um,
got a weird internal GPS.
she did. She does. She
Yeah,
knows where. She knows where the food is. She knows where I am. So
right.
that's when people would say, like, like I said, I'd get knocks on my door. It's like, sir, do you own this dog? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's my dog.
it's like she's just sitting on your front steps. I'm like, well, I guess she is. Because she would just get out, she'd wander around, and then she'd come around to the front porch and just wait for me to let her back in.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. Could like any of your previous dogs, like Elvis wouldn't do that.
Elvis got well, Elvis. Here's the other thing. Elvis was so in love with human beings
Oh,
that this was something where um so my mom let him out like a couple of times on accident.
oh,
That's
you
when
just get out through the garage or something, or
fucking idiot. That's when I was just gonna
okay.
like uh because I would go to work and she was doing some shit over here at the house and she just wasn't paying attention. She didn't care or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But she just kept letting the dog out. And one time I saw him just kind of like wandering around somewhere. Like when I was coming back, I was like,
Wait a minute, I
Yeah.
recognize that dog. Yeah.
Second time, I got a call from somebody and said like, this is your dog?" And this was 2 days in a row, and
Huh.
this one, like grabbed her by the back of her fucking underwear and her like her shirt and said out.
Your mom?
Yeah, it's like you're.
Why are you trying to get rid of my dog? Yeah.
It's like no, this is not how it works. But yeah, so what happened was like Elvis would just find people and just hang out.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think he was good at finding his way back. I don't. It never seemed like he did. It seemed like he would just keep going adventuring.
Dude, I've
Um,
had neighborhood dogs like that,
mhm.
where I'm just like, oh, there's fucking people here.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and here's the thing. Um, I don't mind that. I don't mind. There have been neighbors before here that do have like the occasional neighborhood dog that would just just kind of like from somewhere else they'd come wander up to you. Like
And
there
just
was
hang out. Yeah.
this guy with this gorgeous. I mean, this was a decade ago, if not more. Just the most gorgeous, friendly like golden retriever on the planet. He would
Oh,
just
okay.
come up,
Yeah.
say hi to you for a little bit, and then just go back on over to his house.
Meander
I'm like,
back.
oh
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
like
not like this dog.
she's something else.
Yeah,
So,
no, yeah, yeah. She's definitely like her own thing.
but yeah, exactly. Again, when it came down to it, she would on her own wander the North Dakota countryside,
Oh.
and
Oh, that's when you had to pick ticks out of her, right?
yes, until I put the collar on, those actually do work.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
hmm They kind of stink, but they absolutely keep ticks away. But yeah,
Huh.
and she would just wander around, and she knew her way. She knew the smell, and when she was done, she'd just come right back to the to the shack that I was living in at the time.
Right, yeah.
She's like, "All right, let me in."
That wasn't even when you had the Winnebago up there, huh?
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand it. I don't. It's just the quirks of this
Never,
dog.
never, never seen a dog
Yeah. So now I have seen dogs that are like they do perimeters. Like so,
like that.
if dad is outside, right, they'll go outside and they'll walk around the neighborhood. But if dad says like come here, they come back, or they won't leave a certain
School dogs
range.
like that?
Kind of,
Huh.
kind of. It his dog's gotten a little bit more mischievous,
Oh yeah.
which I both kind of love and respect, but is also a pain in the ass.
Will not tolerate. Yeah.
Well, it turns out that he has the number one most stubborn breed, and mine is like number six. So
Okay.
we did not pick compliant dogs when it comes down to like come here, right? They're aware of what it means, and if it fits what they believe at the moment,
It's like I'm sorry, I'm Orthodox Jew today.
that's kind of
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Right.
it's like, look, man, I got
Yeah.
I got a tip on a good race right now, so it's like, look, I know that's what you're asking me to do, but hey,
I can't
um,
do it.
but I will be back later,
Right.
and that's where the agreement came in. It's like I can't chase you down; you're way too fast.
Way too fast.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, when you're done, come on back, because that was the thing was all right. So the way I figured that out was this is when I was still like ridiculously gung ho about, all right, doesn't matter, snow or whatever. I'm going to go up to this
Yeah, I
school and I'm
remember
going to do my
that. Yeah.
laps.
Yeah.
And in the middle of a goddamn blizzard, and she's with me and she's like, she's having a good time with it. But um, during, during like lap six, because I'd be up there for a while,
Yeah, sure.
like I lost track of her, right? I lost track. I was like, I don't see where she is,
Yeah.
right? Now, the thing is, especially in that place up there, most of the time she's kind of difficult to find right in the dark, but when it's white everywhere,
Yeah.
she'll stand out like a sore thumb, right?
Okay.
And I don't see this dog anywhere. I'm like, where the hell did she go? And so I get back to my car. I'm like, where is this goddamn dog? And I'm calling for it. And I'm like, did she?
She go home?
That was the thing. I went home and she's sitting there at the garage door, like waiting for me to
Where the
open
fuck are
this thing. And
you, son?
and
Yeah,
so I
right,
was
yeah.
like, oh, so you know your way home?
Yeah, okay.
And that was at that point. I'm like, all right, man, if you know the way home and you want to go home, all right,
Go
I'm not going to
home.
stop you. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact,
yeah,
here's what I'll do. I'll leave the garage door open for you
yeah.
from this point onward. And if you feel like headed home, go ahead. And, at that point, I'm like, I can't believe this shit because she just like, she'll either go that top way or she'll go right beside the street. She doesn't. I am impressed with her. She does not hang out in the street.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there is like a cheeseburger. But
Half-eaten pizza.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Unless she's got a little bit of like scavenging to do, but that's
Yes. Gotta pick up a little bit more XP.
oh well.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it goes, man. In this in the ecosystem, there are hunters and then there are scavengers, and
Well, and some people can flip that like a switch.
right.
So, right.
I think hyenas are like
I
that,
think,
right?
right.
Like, because hyenas will eat the shit out of something if
Yeah.
they
Anything.
right.
Anything. Yeah. I was watching this YouTube video of this guy like last week or two where he adopted a hyena along with his dogs. So, yeah.
Wait a minute, were these like puppies?
No, no, no. The dogs are older. So they would all bark at the hyena.
Okay,
But he
yeah.
thought he was like, jungle puppy.
Oh,
So, and this thing just started ripping the shit out of all his cushions and stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, he was like,
yeah.
"Wait a minute, there's something wrong with this dog." You just look at the comments. It's not a fucking dog.
Right.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. So like, there's this other guy that I watched. He's on YouTube and he lives out in the middle of fucking nowhere, Montana, something like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
he's got like
I've
a
been there.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's got like a he's got a raccoon that he calls his kitty, and and a couple coyotes that he calls like free puppies. Yeah.
So, this is weird thing. Animals are just absolutely bizarre in that in
And
that
they bite the
realm.
shit out of him too,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. So, but he's like, "Hey, don't you yar me."
What is that?
Well, when they like the coyotes, like,
Yar?
well, they get this,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, okay.
it's like deep guttural growl.
Okay, the like I'm trying to intimidate you.
Yeah, but he just
Yeah.
bops him on the nose, and
That's
then he go back to dog farm.
do
Yeah,
that. Your dad would do that.
my dad totally did that.
That's exactly what he'd
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, my dad's cat wasn't exactly wild.
I don't like cat, panda. I don't think it matters what animal it is. I
Cat,
think
half
the
panda.
I think the I think the I think
It's
the
half
reaction
cat,
is the
half panda,
same.
half Ottoman. You
Like if you go down to the actual, the gif of the guy with the shark, I think your dad is the quintessential get rotated idiot guy. Um,
With that cat, yeah, he was. Like, don't you bite me?
yeah,
Yeah, no teeth, no teeth. Just fucking swim out of that, bitch.
I think there's just a generation that knew that. That's just how they did it.
Yeah,
And
get rotated.
you see
I totthat seen those, man. And I was like, that shark's gonna bite your fucking face off. They just get rotated, and they're like docile.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you didn't mean it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you are a shark, dude. I get it. You're trying to do your job, but
Exactly, and I've got like fucking like chopped up fish here, man.
right,
You know,
right. I bought you stupid shit to eat. Like, don't.
that's shark Cheetos.
Right. I fucking caught them myself this morning. Yeah, they're fresh. Um,
Yeah. Dude, I've been watching all these videos. You told me about these years ago about like British kids trying American food.
Oh, you
Dude,
walked down that rabbit hole?
I did. I walked down that rabbit hole the last couple of days. They're fucking hilarious. You know, and they had them like trying all the breakfast cereals.
Yeah,
So, and then like unanimously, Captain Crunch is the best cereal ever.
really?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah,
all
and they
right.
were like, "Tricks, what is this?" And they like took one spoonful. And it was like, "This is awful."
Well,
It was like, "Why is my milk blue?" You know?
those ones that shaped like fruits don't taste like
They
fruits.
don't taste like fruits. Yeah. So,
Well, I've seen. I mean, again, with the same thing, like not always
yeah.
breakfast. So one thing that I've noticed is other countries, including Britain, seem to love Pop Tarts. Like
I haven't seen that one.
absolutely love
Huh.
Pop Tarts. They're like, this is delicious. This tastes like America. It just like there's a like the way it's been put to me is the way that we have things designed here is for a lot of people, this would be like the caricature of food, right?
Okay.
So if you're one of the things that we like out here is, Americans, we do eat more like fast food and like restaurant food than most people, right? And they do tend to use a lot more like fat and salt, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, we get used to that,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
We expect that flavor. So for other people, when they have that, they're like, this is amazing, right? Because it feels like if their food's at a 6, this tastes like a 9
Right.
because it's
Yeah.
so ramped up. But that's where we are.
Yeah. 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 So, but there's a cut point there where it's like
Oh,
too
once you
much.
hit that, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So like the two videos that I really loved on this one was one where they're trying biscuits and gravy.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
this looks like fucking cat vomit. I was like,
Try it.
yeah, try it. And they're like, oh my God,
This is what you guys
this
eat.
is
This is awesome.
delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And then the other one was Taco Bell.
What
And
they
that,
say about that?
they loved it. But
Okay.
I was like, where did you get it from? Do we have to ship that over from like the States?
Oh, so these were not people here
They
like
were in
visiting.
England.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So these are high school kids in England. And somehow they get like legit, straight up, freshly made Crunchwrap Supremes. And they're
Wow.
like, this is the best thing that I've ever eaten in my entire life. Kind of thing. And I was like, how'd you get that? You know?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I don't know, are there Taco Bells in the UK or anything like
They
that?
said no. So yeah. They did like unanimously report Mountain Dew as being like fucking piss.
This
So
is, I mean,
well, to be fair, they poured it in glasses.
it's fun. Look, the receptacle is not the concern here. I
If it
think,
looks like freaking burnt piss, yeah.
I guess that's my question here is the first time that you tasted Mountain Dew, were you like, this is it, this is the nectar of the gods, or was
Mm.
this sort of like an acquired taste?
For me, yeah, it's always been an acquired taste.
This
So
stuff we're drinking right now, coffee, right? I don't think the first person that had this and they had it straight was
right,
like,
yeah,
this
exactly.
is
It tastes like
delightful,
dirt.
right?
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah,
delightful,
right, right.
fantastic,
Yeah.
right? Just like fuck off Coca Cola. This is where it's at. Um, but I think Mountain Dew. I think the first time I got to tell you, you know what it was I never would have gone for Mountain Dew on its own. Mountain Dew was always part of suicides, and if you're
Yep, yep.
for those of you that are because I never hear people making these things anymore.
No, you got to go to a Circle K to make him now.
Right. So
Yeah,
could you explain to anyone under fucking
30,
I'm gonna say 40.
40.
Could you explain what a suicide is?
So back in the day, we used to have this place called the Circle K,
Right.
which was like the small version of a 7-Eleven.
Or a Maverick or
Or
a yes,
well, the
yeah.
Maverick wasn't even a thing, dude.
Well, that's
So
what they
yeah,
know now. That's their current reference.
yeah, sure, come and go, Maverick, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it's where if you get the 64-ounce cup, and if there are 8 fucking different sodas available, regardless of how shitty they are,
Right.
you put 1/8 whatever soda is in the lineup there
Right.
into that, and that's a suicide.
Right.
So you could get like fucking Dr. Pepper, Mellow Yellow, Mountain Dew, Sprite, Coke, Diet Coke. You had to do the diet too, man. Yeah.
Again,
Which was always ridiculously sweet.
well, this is all right. So this is the other weird thing is there were different kinds of rules. There were some people that said that you could skip the diet soda. There were people that said that you could do.
That's not a true suicide, man.
Of course, no, it's not.
Well, I mean, I guess you could skip the water
Well,
because the lemonade always had the water.
see, that's the other
Yeah,
thing. There would be people that say, "Do you put the lemonade in? Do
you
you
have
put
to, man.
the
And if you had two types of like Minute Maid lemonade, the fucking regular and the what was it, the raspberry? No, ruby.
yeah."
Yeah,
Uh,
you had to put it all in there, man.
so this is the thing: is like
That
for
was
right
the
now,
suicide.
in the same way that we would um, just to take it back just a little bit. There's certain things like when you play a game of like handball, right?
Sure.
You would immediately you'd go in there. You had to say like if you
No waterfalls, no super babies.
no waterfalls, no super babies, no black magics,
Right.
no and you had to
What
call
was the black magic?
black magic. And I looked this up later on. This was always outlawed, but black magic was basically putting English on the ball.
Okay.
But and you can do that. It's if you used your hand to do that, that's fine. But that's
But if you
basically
did it when you're holding it, yeah, okay.
so basically, yeah, that would be like essentially
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
instead of
yeah.
catching it, you two hand it and basically
You
okay.
put like a lot of English on it.
And that evident. So the technique was always outlawed, but nobody ever did it. So I never saw it. It was decades later when I did that when I
Yeah.
found out. And so in the same ways, you could play wall ball or you could play jungle rules wall ball.
Right.
Jungle rules was the one with the firing squad.
Oh yeah, if you you got out, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that's where you to get the three outs. It's if you get nailed three times on the firing
Then you're
squad.
out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Different variations are: do you do you face the wall, or
Or
do you
yeah,
have
yeah,
back to
right.
the wall?
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nuts out
yeah.
or nuts in, or nuts in. Basically,
There was a word for that.
this is what I'm talking about. It's if it comes to you, go for it. But just to get back to the suicides thing here, this is where there were certain variations where there would be like no lemonades, no
Right,
diet, no
yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Um, and that was one of the things was I didn't have Mountain Dew until I tasted it
A
in a
suicide.
suicide,
Yeah.
right? And through experimenting with the levels, it was like it ended up starting adding more dew to it because I like this neat little flavor
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
that kind of cuts through this. And I was like, what is that? It's like, well, that's the Mountain Dew.
That's Mountain Dew. You either mix it with Crush or grape soda.
This is what I'm talking. Again, people don't know. It's like, oh, there's root beer at this one. It's like, yep, this will definitely
Yeah,
jack
you
up your
got to
shit.
do it in, man. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean it's actually carbonated, so it's legit.
Well, the lemonade wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
So
Is
I do remember that where you only made a suicide out of anything that was soda. So if it had like Minute Maid lemonade, you didn't have to put that in there. The same thing with that was always the one with the water tab on it. So
right,
yeah,
right.
so you didn't have to do that. But I do remember like you had to put the Coke, the Diet Coke, so the Sprite, the Crush, the
Yes.
Dr
Yeah.
Pepper,
Yeah.
the Mountain Dew. And that was before it became Pepsi. You know, because then you only had like two different types of machines. It was either a Pepsi machine or a Coke machine.
Right.
You're right, yeah.
And sometimes it would have Dr. Pepper.
You
Sometimes,
did always have Mellow Yellow.
if you were
So,
lucky. I mean, that's
well, like back, yeah, before they all became consolidated, yeah. So, yeah, the Mellow Yellow. Fucking.
yeah. Look,
I mean, you could even find them with RC Cola in them back in the
on
days.
rare occasions,
Yeah.
yes. On
Well,
rare
the Circle
occasions,
K, yeah.
yeah. Same thing. Like you'd occasionally find a.
Because that was RC root beer, too. Before it became, like, what was it, Barks? Or,
I think you're right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just basically like A&W and Barks, and you'd never find A&W because they kept that for their own
Correct. Yeah.
shops. Yeah.
Yeah. But you find Barks or
Yep.
I didn't
Mug.
Argus. Oh yeah, Mug. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Mug. Yeah.
Because I remember there too. There was a red one, and the gray one had a a bulldog on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was a red one. That Mug.
That's the one with the bulldog.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the one.
Barks was silver, right?
Silver. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it had the little barrel on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Occasionally, like you might hit the jackpot. You're like, yeah, check this out. They got cream soda here. Like this is
Oh, yeah, that was rare. The A&W cream.
very
Yeah,
rare, but
rare.
every now and then you get something like that on there. Or uh,
So they had these
7 Up.
British. Oh yeah, I used to have 7 Up all
Mm.
the time. Yeah, before Sprite was a thing. So because you have 7 Up. Well, you always have 7 Up and Crush.
Well, 7 Up,
So
that they're owned by Dr. Pepper, right? So if
I
there was
don't
a,
know.
because I know Dr. Pepper, because the rule on that is they don't have their own plants. They're like contracted out in certain places. So like, so I
Okay.
think any place where you can get 7 Up, you can get Dr. Pepper.
Shit, dude, I haven't had a 7 Up in 20 years. So you got murdered by Sprite and what is it, Sierra Mist. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
that's the Pepsi one. So, but yeah, no, I remember that, and I remember like they had the big soda banks where you had like 12 fucking sodas.
You know where that would be? Places like Skate City.
Correct.
Places, yeah, there would be places where they specialized in having
Yeah,
like their own soda bar. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And that was a true suicide. It tastes like shit, man.
terrible. Yes,
It was terrible.
terrible.
So, but I do remember the whole thing was like not so much the diet soda thing, but if you put root beer in it. So I do remember exceptions for root beer. So
Again, this is
yeah,
this is so either you
that was
know or
definitely
you
a
know. I
K
mean,
Kids,
yeah,
Skate City, Northern Circle K, stuff like that. So they had these English kids try root beer, and they were unanimously horrified by it. It's like it tastes like medicine. I was like, oh, wait for the great soda.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that sort of did 7 Up in too was 7 Up was what you drank when you weren't feeling well.
Oh yeah, it was that and fucking oyster crackers.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
saltines. Yeah.
because I knew a lot of people. They'd say like, "All right, so what happened?" They say, "I can't drink 7 Up." I was like, "Why?" It's like because I start feeling sick.
Yeah, it makes me feel like throw up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But so many people used to tell that story. It's like, well, whenever I'd feel, kind of sick, what my mom would do is she would get me like we don't even have it in the house. She would drive out and get me a 7 Up like it
Uh-huh.
was medicine.
It's like Robitussin.
Yeah, and they would stir out the bubbles for me, so it wouldn't upset my tummy. Um,
Right.
and so I knew a lot of people was like, I can't drink that stuff because it makes me feel sick
Yeah.
because I drank it when I was sick.
Well, and then, like Sprite came out, it was a like lemon lime kind of combination, which is what 7 Up is,
Yep.
but it was just like way more soda water in it. Yeah.
Well, I mean that is also why 7 Up is the superior mixing drink.
I haven't had it in ages, man, but
That is why the Seagram 7 and 7 is a thing.
yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Shit, I haven't had one of those in ages. Uh,
They're great. They'll get you drunk, and
sure.
you won't notice it. Um,
I mean, that's Seagram's in ages.
I think it's great. But yeah, I don't really drink right now. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
On medication.
Yeah, me too, but
You do what you got to do, man.
oh yeah, no, beer is good.
Well, you don't even drink that much of it anymore, do you?
I do still.
Like, what's like number one? Like, how many times do you go a week? Twice? 3 times?
Yeah, twice
All right.
tops. Yeah,
Do you drink more than 5?
no, no, I can't. I get fat, so you know.
All right.
I'd rather
So
put fucking, you know, Crunch Wrap Supreme in there.
You get you got to make choices, right?
Gotta make choices,
No,
man. It's like,
calories is
I'm so
calories.
fucking
Yeah.
full, man.
You're
It's like, do I want another beer or do I want a Crunch Wrap Supreme? Like, yeah, I know what I want. You know?
no, I got you there. And that's the thing is, I know people that there are people that instead of 2 times a week, it's five, and it's
Yeah, I know people like that
and I
still.
know people who can do 10. I know people that can.
I can't do that anymore.
I mean, not with that stuff. I mean, there's people that'll do that with natty lights and stuff, but
Oh yeah,
um,
sure. Yeah.
they'll drink a gallon of that shit a night. But
That and Red Bull. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Or not Red Bull, Fireball. Yeah.
Well, that stuff too. Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say a lot of those people are the Red Bull drinkers.
They are the Red Bull drinkers, but so like my drunken neighbor every night, it wasn't Natty Light. He used to do Bud Light. But he'd have like a fucking case of Bud Light every night that I came home. He's like, "Hey, Pat, come on over." It's like, "Fuck, okay." Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, and then it'd be like four. You know?
All right.
It was like, all right, well, my house is downhill from your house.
Right.
I'll be all right, man.
Right.
I don't know about
Right.
them stairs, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a very intrepid kind of guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, he was a Red Bull, and he'd always get the shooters. So
oh, Fireball.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Fireball
Yeah.
shooter, not Red Bull, Fireball.
Well, you
I
didn't you know
fucking
somebody that was hawking that shit?
yeah, that was my neighbor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I thought you told me you knew like the local distributor of that shit.
that was my
That was him.
neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So you'd have like fucking cases of the Fireball shooters. So yeah, just go over.
But the thing
I
is,
mean, there was a lot of nights where I'd drive home, like even going back from the bar, I'm like, fuck, I hope his garage isn't open.
we kind of like
If the garage was open, he'd be like, "Hey, Pat, come on over."
just slow creep it, see if it's
Oh
like,
no, he knew my car.
right.
Yeah, he knew my car. So if it was open, it was like, do I stop and back up now, or
Did you ever just like jump out and he'd say like, "Hey, Pat," and you're like, "I can't. I'm in trouble already."
I made a couple.
You just,
Well, he knew my wife, and so
all right.
it was like, oh no, she's already home. I was like, fuck.
All right. Okay, you're in a tough position, but but this is the weird thing is look, you can be the Fireball distributor, right? And this is the trick here is you don't have to. You can believe in the product, right? But you don't have to. You know what I mean?
You
Like
don't have to hawk it, yeah.
you can be the like you can be the owner of a local Wendy's, and that doesn't mean that you can't get a steak somewhere. I mean, that's
Yeah, but like him in particular, man, I mean, that was like he'd go around to liquor stores and sell this shit.
yeah,
And so he'd always have like whatever.
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, he got me some pretty like top shelf shit over the years.
like via trades or
He just
like
had
how
it.
just had it.
Yeah, he just had it. He's like, here, come in and check this out. I was like, what the fuck is this? He's like, this is like $25 a shot bourbon. I was like, all right. And it was, yeah, it
just
was.
giving it to
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
or right?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like he'd go around and like try and sell it, and then, you know, but they gave him so much liquor.
Oh, okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So, I mean, what was the other thing? He used to give me like fucking bottles of what is it? The Apple Jack they used to make.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah.
I didn't like that all that much.
No, dude, I get so fucking drunk off that stuff because it's so sweet. And it's just like drinking like apple juice.
Well, who was it? Was it?
And after a couple of minutes, you're like, I need to barf.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it that? Was it Smirnoff that made that line of basically like they went straight down the fucking candy aisle and they're like,
Oh yeah, totally.
they're just like, well, this is Smirnoff Kit Kat. This is Smirnoff.
It's fucking tricks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's one
yeah,
that was
yeah.
like orange sherbet. There was one that was like cotton candy.
Right, yeah. Purplesaurus Rex.
I didn't imagine this, did I? This definitely happened,
No, you're
correct?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there were a couple of those, man. This is just like that's too fucking sweet, man. So
Well, I guess this is sort of like my argument for football is I get why Smirnoff does that, where they're like, so people like drinking,
sure.
but not everybody likes drinking. Say why? It's like, well, because our product kind of on its own it tastes like crap. It's like, all right, got it. Um, so what do we need to do? Especially we want to capture a certain demographic. We want to capture women and effeminate men.
That's where White Claw is now.
White
So
Claw. What is White Claw? Why do I know that?
White
What is
Claw is
White
white
Claw?
girl beer. So it's
Okay.
like
All right.
peach, schnapps, blah,
This is what I'm talking about.
lemon, pomegranate, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And like, I mean, I've gone to parties where it's like, what do you got to drink? And they're like, well, we got White Claw. I was like, fuck.
Well,
It's like, it's going to take a lot of it.
so I know that, and that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. There is like so in Smirnoff's case or whatever, right?
Sure.
The thing is, it didn't stop them from selling. Like you have to walk pressed, like all of the fucking like candy ones,
Sure.
but the OG product is still going to be there,
Oh,
right?
yeah, totally.
Right. This is
Yeah.
where the football argument comes into me here, where it's like, okay, we try to make our product more palatable to the non-audience, but there's only one product.
It's football. Yeah,
Correct.
right. Yeah.
Correct. They say like, you know, we've done the market research. Women are disgusted when guys are wearing their legs on backwards. Um, so we're going to do everything that we can to make that not happen. So, but then it's not football, right?
But it is.
Right.
Right.
And they take it from you inch by inch,
They
Patrick.
do. Yeah. I am. Yeah. I don't know how much like that applies to football, but definitely applies to alcohol.
Well,
It's like a couple of games that I've gone to with like a few girls, stuff like that. Not football games, but baseball games. It was like I need my Coors and I need my fucking peanuts, and I'm good.
baseball is baseball.
Baseball is baseball. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna do my scorecard.
Right.
I'm gonna drink my beer. Right. I might get a hot dog like before the seventh inning.
You
Whatever.
might. You might.
Yeah, you might. You might. But then like yeah, even the last baseball game I went to, there's all these girls like with these like fucking real estate dudes.
Oh,
And they're all like sitting there taking selfies and getting their, freaking white claws and stuff.
that's the culture. It's
It
just
is
yeah,
kind of the
I
culture.
get
It's
it.
like,
Yeah.
can you guys tell me what inning it is? No. Yeah, I'm three fucking Coors deep and half a bag of peanuts down,
Right.
and I can tell you exactly what pitch was thrown.
Right. Right. Well, I mean that's part of it too. Is you could probably tell like if you had fallen asleep or something like that, or just the sun was missing or something had destroyed your sense of time. You could actually figure out what part of the game it was. 'Cause you're like, I got this many peanuts left. I had three beers.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's I think
It's
there's one down in the sixth.
yeah. I know. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like, oh wait a minute, that guy got an RBI. Got
Right.
it.
Right.
I'm right back up to speed
Yeah.
now. Yeah. No, it's just it's different culture, man.
Well, you know what?
Uh,
If those people can enjoy it, I get that. I can respect that. But I mean, baseball at least see that's like for the stands. That's like for the audience. They didn't change the fucking game,
no.
right?
Well, I mean a little bit, but
Well, to be fair, like so, baseball to its credit has uh, they basically have that two-way leverage where they look at the trending stats and they're
Mhm.
like, okay, offense is getting a little bit too favored. Let's go ahead and put another inch of dirt on the mound,
correct.
right? Then they look at this and they say like they only hit 4 home runs last season.
Yeah.
Four.
So pitch clock. Here we go.
So pitch clock. pitch clock, or you can lower the mound,
Yeah.
or there's any number of things where they
Yeah,
say like, all right,
let's not do this thing where you can swap out pitchers to match exact batters every single time.
yes,
Yeah.
so not just the pitch clock, the thing where they're like, okay, well, we have to warm up a guy. So I'm going to check the dude at first 19 times.
No, can't do that no
It's
more.
like, man,
No,
it's like,
no, can't do that anymore, man. You're not giving that guy time. So he gets exactly this many minutes to warm up. So, and we're just gonna call it good, so everybody can go to fucking hot dog at this point in time. Yeah, you know. So, yeah, football is a little bit different, man. But honestly, like I know the season started. Like Broncos played last night. I didn't watch it.
really?
They
Oh,
did.
shit.
I didn't watch it. I'm still in like baseball mode at this point in time. So, like AL East has tightened up quite a bit. It's really exciting right now.
You remember,
So,
you remember when William just kind of looked at me? He's like, I'm disgusted with you. He's like, because you and I had both said it's like Boston's out. Boston is
they're not out, man. They're
in second
good.
place.
Yeah, I know, man. So I got to take down Toronto. Come on.
Well,
So,
so they're like, Will, they also traded away like one of their absolute best hitters. Like this season is done. It's done.
but it's not. Yeah, no.
He
Yeah.
looked at me. He's like, they have like 120 more games to play.
Exactly. Yeah,
He's
right.
like, you
Yeah.
declared it over? Are you
Yeah.
dumb? I was like, I
Yeah.
guess so. Um, but yeah, again, like that's the cool thing. Like baseball does have that adjustment. It does have that sort of like, yeah, we're always tweaking it a little bit.
Well, and we're getting into the good part of the season now, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, it'll be fine, but
And they're pretty good about like when things need to change too. Like when I go back on the history, like the history of the spitball is fascinating, right? The way they're like, okay, well, look, we understand that some of you have made careers out of this,
right.
So,
Yeah. Well, you
so
guys make careers out of pine tar, so got it.
absolutely,
Yeah.
this is the Baltimore chop, all these other things that
Right.
there are things where they actually call it the dead ball era. I'm like, that must have been the most boring shit on the planet.
Totally.
But yeah, when they said like, well, okay, we get it. So you guys know these pitches. So all right, for right now, every team can keep one spitballer, right?
Hmm.
And and everybody else is just like you have to choose. You have to choose your one. Like that's a really gracious way to do things in terms.
Yeah, but then
of,
everybody gets used to that guy, and so it changes again.
well,
So, but subtly, not like fucking football. You have to download the rules every fucking
well, I mean, the first thing is like, did anybody important get hurt last year? Okay, well
Right.
then, so what did
Exactly.
they
Yeah,
change?
yeah. So,
Dude, I watched a thing where they're like, look, we're going to be showing you a lot of clips of Patrick Mahomes, but we're not just picking on Patrick Mahomes. Everybody knows the rules on this, so
yeah, sure.
but he's just the best at this because of his mobility. And they said, like, look, this is how many times in a season he fakes a slide,
A lot.
right?
Lot.
Because they will throttle you if you hit a dude that surrenders himself.
Right.
So he uses this to his advantage. He is not on his own.
No.
It's just he is seen doing this a lot, and he gets a lot of extra yards. And they're like, this shit has got to stop. This is not good for.
Yeah.
Either you have to let these guys tee off on the quarterback, or you have to say like,
Or not.
or
Yeah.
or if you start sliding, like that's it.
Yeah. No, you're down. Yeah.
It's sort of like the college football thing, where if you touch the ground, it's done. Touched or not, it's
Correct. Yeah.
it's down. It's like no debating this. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that in the NFL because I love those kind of lawyer plays where they can break it out and say like, well, if you look at this and you look at the way he landed and this man never actually touches the ground. This is live.
Right. Yeah. He ran back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not stoked about the NFL just quite yet. So
Like you said, it's still baseball season.
it's still baseball season, and I mean, like, okay, so fine, it's preseason football, but like NFL spreading themselves all over the counter and stuff like that, man. There's not going to be like dedicated football days like there used to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's going to be like, all right, so I'm free on Sunday, so I'll watch these two fucking games.
Right.
as opposed towards before. I was like, no, Sunday's football day.
Sunday was football day.
Yeah, let me
Yep.
go. I'll just sit here and watch the four screens at the bar.
Yep.
Kind of thing. And it's not the same anymore, man. Especially since like some are like going out to like Netflix and shit.
Well,
So
yeah. Fucking Disney is
correct.
swooping this shit up here, and this is so. You're absolutely right. I know if you break it down, if I were to mention this heresy to my brother, he'd be like, no, no. It's like, it's great that it's on every day. I'm like, you know what? I don't think it is. I think this is,
Yeah,
you know, there's this thing about, we've talked about it. We've talked about basically like the last cultural touchstones where people, like, you'd come in and with the guys on Monday, there would be the question of,
yeah. I'll talk about the game.
did you watch the game?
Right.
Right? And of course, like six guys would be like, yeah, fucking Detroit's looking good. And then like one fucking asshole would be like, I don't watch football. I watch F1 racing. Um,
It's like, all right, man, no beer for
yeah,
you,
that's
buddy.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
Joey comes into the crowd of six guys talking football to say he doesn't like football.
It's all right. You'll cash out after one.
I don't see what you guys like about this sport. Yeah, and I think that's kind of it here. Is if you spread it out, basically have it on like essentially what's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week.
It's getting there, man.
Like the
It's
the
getting there.
cachet of having basically a prefer, like, look, the thing about football, it's a premier format service type game,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
There's no, and God help, I don't think they can handle this, but like if in the playoffs they played a best of 5.
No way, bro. We have fucking Tuesday night games.
Not gonna work? No,
No,
okay.
no, that's not gonna work, man. Everybody just check the NFL map the next morning.
Well, can you
Like, oh, they're like 2-2. I better watch tonight's game. So what about the other four?
right,
I mean, that's just like
right,
baseball, though, man. But
yeah,
I mean, like baseball postseason gets to the point in time where you're invested in a team. Your team's going to be on the same network that you're on.
right,
So, or you're going to find a way to get there.
yeah, yeah,
You know, and like postseason baseball does drag out a little bit. But other times it's like really fucking fast. And it's like, all right, those guys are fraudulent. Got it.
right,
Okay. But then now we get to the NLCS and we're in
right.
a 3-3 series. People have been watching the last three fucking games. It's pretty cool. I mean, like, I do like the do or die NFL, like postseason. So
Well, I mean, that's part of it. Is
totally part of it, man.
the stakes feel really high because of that. And I think that's part of the attachment here. Is that
Well, that used to be the whole thing about Sundays, man.
Yeah.
Sunday was fucking game day. So lock it down and like, okay, I watched this game, you watched that game, but I kept tabs on your game. You kept tabs on my game. Cool. We can talk about it on Monday because we got a Monday night game now. So which is fine. So, but yeah, this whole thing where it's going to be like on Thursdays and
already on
Saturdays,
Thursdays and
fucking,
yeah,
Tuesday morning, like fucking England.
yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Mm.
So,
The question will be like, does it make the product better? And I would argue no.
oh, I'd agree with that. So,
I mean, again, if we were going to do that, then yeah, we'd be playing like best of 7 series because like, and now I can't imagine. So if you actually played a football series in the playoffs,
but you
right?
can't have 132 fucking football games.
Well, I'm
In a
not even
season.
talking about that. I'm talking about like if you get to the playoffs and they're saying we really want to determine who the best team is.
Yeah.
So any given Sunday, right? This is where like a 3-13 team can beat a
Yeah,
13-3
totally.
team.
Yeah.
But if you play a series, you will find out who the fraud is.
Yeah, but you lose that upset piece.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's part of, and that was again. This is the kind of stuff where they like for me when I look at certain errors or things left to human judgment in games when it comes to umpires, when it comes to instant replay stuff like this. I'm like, look, the human element is part of it, and there was
Oh, in
something to be
baseball for
said.
sure.
Baseball and football, like there's the shit where it's like when it comes down to it, and something was a bad call.
Dude, football's getting to the point in time where it's just litigation.
Well,
So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, baseball. Okay, fine. You get a challenge here and there, and Okay, so ever since they put the fucking the strike zone on there, it's like, man, motherfucker.
so you're right. And the thing is, so I love it and hate it at the same time because there's a part of me that I look at this, I'm like, well, this is bullshit. Can't the umpire see that little box?
No,
No,
it's not a fucking hologram. You know? Otherwise, guys would be batting like this,
right?
man. Let me get this down to a fucking envelope.
This is the crazy shit. Um, like people love to give these guys a hard time, and we're talking about. I imagine there's no pro umpire in the MLB that isn't at least like 96 to 97% right,
Totally.
if not more. Um,
You don't make it there unless you do.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the bad calls are bad calls because they stand out, right? Um,
Right. Yeah.
but the thing is, once I realized, I'm like, okay, so where is he? Well, he is behind the catcher, behind the catcher, and
Behind a mask, behind a faceplate. Yeah.
yes, and we're talking about a projectile that moves typically between 85
Really fast.
and 100 miles an
Yeah.
hour, right?
This is not a touchdown pass, man. Yeah.
And when it's not moving 100 miles an hour, it moves. It
Right. Yeah. It's got a little bit of spin on it, man.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit! And these guys get it right close to 100% of the time.
Pretty close. Yeah.
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 So when I'm sitting there looking at the box on TV, it trivializes like how difficult that shit is because I'm like,
Well,
it's
and
right there.
especially comes down
Yeah,
to a critical pitch,
yeah.
and like the guy's already called like fucking 90 boxes, this entire game, and he gets one off by like an inch. Everybody's like, "Brrr, fucking kill him, and it's like, uh, that's the game, man. But that's why we have 5 game playoff series.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, football, the whole thing where you can't play that game 5 days a fucking week. So
How sloppy would Game Three of a
it would
football?
be awful, dude. I mean, the other thing is it probably lower salaries because you need a lot more guys on the roster.
You need more guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Like, and if you did play them twice, like those routes would be getting so lazy. You're talking about like you're out there's like he's jogging. He's just
Yeah, I know, man. Well, imagine your line. It'd be like,
oh my I mean that could make for some really interesting stuff, but I'll bet you like game 2 and 3, like you're setting record numbers of injuries.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, there's no more meniscus left in my knee.
Right? That would take like a 500 person roster.
Yeah, no. Pat Bullen's not going for that, or anybody.
There's something fascinating about that too. But I mean, like
Then it wouldn't even be players.
it
It'd
wouldn't
just
be
be a
football.
team,
Yeah, it
man.
would
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
So, I mean, baseball kind of devolves to that a little bit. You know, 'cause it's
Baseball, at least you get to see their faces, though. I mean,
totally.
that's
Yeah. Well, you always have that one guy who comes up to bat and it's like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. He's got 2 on and two and no outs, man. So,
that's correct. Yep.
you know,
And baseball, I will say this: I think baseball does have the ugliest players.
what, like physically?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think
Well,
so.
maybe hockey. I don't know.
Well, hockey.
They're all covered up, so you can't really tell.
The thing is, well, I mean, so hockey players, by and large, come from uh, white aristocracy, so they have they have like
You already have teeth that are ready for knocking
oh,
out.
okay, so here's the thing. They typically have, prominent patrician features, but because they're playing this game, they're getting throttled. So there's
Right.
this version of it where it's like, take your, take your preppy guy, knock out some teeth and rough him up a little bit, and now he's perfect,
Yeah, he's
right?
got a like double jointed nose.
There's
Right,
something where
yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, well, I kind of like you do have an ugly square. I mean, these are the people that,
Yeah.
dude, one of the there was a game where one of the they brought out, it wasn't a mascot, it was just something like something was doing like during the intermission show, and there was a guy who had a falcon or an eagle, and he came out there on the ice and he was showing off this eagle. This eagle got a little bit distorted, um, well, not distorted, but he got a little bit like aggravated, right?
Okay.
Now, if you've seen eagle talons, right, these horrible things, right?
Yeah. Raptor claws.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So the thing freaks out a little bit and it starts flying right towards the players on the bench, right? And the thing is, me personally, if this bird, because I've seen like a full size owl,
Oh
okay,
yeah, they're huge.
enormous, right? Eagle, maybe even a little bit bigger,
Oh
but
yeah,
this thing comes
totally.
flying towards the bench, and these guys are just laughing. They're laughing at it. And one dude has got like his stick up, he's kind of like, like, get away from
Right,
me,
yeah,
right? But
yeah. Nice bird.
this is what I'm talking about is in the same way, like if you're a UFC fighter, right, and you get hit in the face, everybody else is going to be like, ow, stop it,
Oh
right?
yeah.
These people are, I'm going to fucking kill you for that,
Right, yeah.
right? And so like hockey players just built a little bit different. Like these things, like I'm over here, it's like, it's coming from my eyes. I know it. I know. And I'm freaking out and I'm getting under something,
I
but
know.
these people are like, the bird is huge.
You're right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Try it, bitch.
Yeah. Not wrong, man. These people are built like when I talked about the I've said this before, I'll say it again, um the mental clearance test that Ronnie Lott should not have been allowed to continue playing
Right,
in
yeah.
that Super Bowl is no, man, if that's what you say,
That's not what
we
it.
saved the
That's
figure.
not how it works anymore. It's like just give me a fucking soldering iron, man. Make this happen. Yeah.
No, man, you are at that point you are not mentally fit to play this game. You're a danger
You're a danger. Yeah.
to humanity because you cannot properly
Internalized pain. Yeah. Right.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my take anyway. But yeah, like baseball, you're right. Baseball does have some certain things like, and there's always like experimental shit.
Sure.
Like I asked you about those bats at the beginning of the season, but
And
evidently
that
that's
turned out to be nothing. You know, it was like a 2 week thing where people were like, "Oh fuck," arr. And all of a sudden everybody was trying to. I was like, "Wow, actually, the old ones were just as good." So
maybe even a little bit better.
who knows?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, it just got lost in the like chaff. you know?
That's I mean,
Yeah,
and again, this is baseball, right? I mean,
it doesn't really change that much.
you are talking about like I'm sure there are people that'll swear that bat is better. There are people that'll swear that the originals are better. There are some people that'll swear they're the same.
There's people who still use both. So
Right.
I mean, it just kind of blew up there for a little bit, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is a fucking baseball super weapon!" And it's like, well, it's cool, but then everybody else started using them, so it's like,
Right.
okay,
But that's the thing is they already have a baseball super weapon, right?
yeah,
It's called a nail file. It's called like Vaseline. It's called
it's called pine tar.
yeah. we we police this shit pretty hard, and every
Exactly.
now and then
Yeah.
we do find a
Like
guy. It's like
everybody except for North Korea is not allowed to use it. Yeah.
and every now and then they'll catch some dude and they'll be like, "Come here for a minute." It's
You're
like,
right.
what?
Yeah.
What?
What is this in your bat? What is this, Mr. Sosa? Would you explain yourself?
Yeah,
See, it's not my bat. It's like, but you picked it up.
Did you hit with it? There you
There
go.
you go. Yeah.
Say like with pitchers, every now and then they'll walk over here and like, "Come here," and they'll kind of like this, they're looking
Yeah.
at him, and then they'll be like, "Hold out your arm," and they'll do this, and
Yeah,
they say like,
exactly.
"So you were trying to tell me like this silver dollar over here was a birthmark,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It wipes right off."
Right off, man. Yeah. You just hit that with a little bit of acetone. No problem,
Say the stupidest shit. They're like, "Well, see, like I hit it with sunscreen, right? But I didn't rub it in,
right. Yeah. Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
It's just
It's kind of pulled up there. Yeah.
it pulls up there. It's like this. There. I mean, I don't want to get racist about it, but it's the way Dominicans do it. Right? That's just how we do it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
It's cultural.
It's cultural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Between fist fights. Yeah.
Right. We're like, you're taking 14 days.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
See, I do love that about baseball too. Is you'll get clocked, right? If they catch you, you are gonna get
You
you're gonna
get your
sit.
PB slapped.
But you have to get to like infraction number 3 before they're like,
Right. That's
okay,
because you got 160 games, man. And so they're kind of like, all right, so you can take 10 off, fucker.
it's like,
You know,
you take 10 off. I think
you
so.
can't do that in the NFL, man. So
No, like a 2-3 game suspension
that's
is
a big fucking
huge.
deal, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they got no minor enforcement like mechanisms. So
Oh, we've talked about this before, right?
totally.
Forfeiture of home games.
Exactly. Oh, well, yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. But I mean, that's like that's like pulling out nuclear fucking weapons in order to sort out you know, a little border dispute, so,
I do look. All right, so coming from the golden days of the Patriot Nation, where anything that wasn't like any kind of rule shit that you could get away with, right?
right.
Um, there's a part of me that says like, hey, they asked Tom Brady to surrender his phone. He said, no, I won't. All right, then you're going to take 4 games off, right? Now, there's a part of me that says, so if you'd flipped it around and said, either you take 4 games off or you lose 2 home games, right? How
That's different than banging on trash cans, man. I'm sorry. You know? I mean, that's a little bit different, man. So it's kind of like, all right, so fine, like I parked in a place where I wasn't supposed to park. You don't get to take away my fucking house because of that, So,
the rules of this, you send me one letter, I get to ignore one letter. You
right,
send a second letter, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Well, and baseball, to its credit, has a long, long tradition of
Cheating.
cheating and basically like trying to make this list of things where you say this is our acceptable cheating. Do you know that you're not actually supposed to be able to steal signals?
Yeah, I know. But everybody does it. So,
Why wouldn't you?
well,
If you got a person on second,
yeah, but I mean, there's like this like level where if you do get to the banging on trash cans point, then it's like whoa.
all right. So if you have an electric sensor on right here, right, that is buzzing you 1 for fastball, 2 for
yeah, okay,
like
that's a little bit much. Although Altuve actually didn't do that, so
that's what he says.
no, dude, I've seen really great breakdown videos on this one, like where he intentionally like swings and misses when they're banging on trash cans and stuff like that. So, and they say, well, he was wearing like some kind of sensor.
Right.
He was actually the guy on the team who wasn't doing that.
Oh,
It's kind of an interesting story, man, because he was kind of like, fuck that, man. I'm a good ball player. I don't need your fucking help, kind of thing. So, but then like the organization was like, well, these other guys do.
so this baseball is baseball.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah.
It's its own thing, man. It's like Croatia. It's like got its own
Sort of
culture.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just don't
You
understand.
just don't understand, man. You
Yeah.
didn't grow up here. Yeah.
Yeah. They just use that word,
We
guys.
just
It's
use that
okay.
word. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay.
Doesn't mean what you
I
think
can
it
live
is.
just fine
Yeah.
next door to Muslims, but not them Catholics.
Right. I just say, man, you just lock your pets up at night around here. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah. If you like fluffy, you don't want them wind up with a stool.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying every neighbor's gonna, deep fry your cat. I'm gonna say some do, Mike.
Some of them might,
Yeah.
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 Especially if you leave it out at
I was gonna say, like, because if you come from certain cultures here and food just happens to walk through your window, they take it,
night. It's
and
tomorrow's meal, yeah.
and they're gonna say like, no, actually, this
Tastes like fucking chicken.
tastes like chicken. Allah brought it right to me on four legs. And it's like I'd be a fool not to take it. You know what? He's not wrong, but he ain't
But
right
he ain't
either.
right either. Yeah.
Because this is when we come down to it. We fly a different flag here. We have different expectations.
Yeah, different expectations.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, man, there's a lot of that shit going on right now too.
What, casual racism or
Okay, fine.
look, I've always been on board with that, but I mean, you mean like I was doing this way before.
I know you're kind of the OG on that stuff.
Well, what am I supposed to? I was getting. You don't get it. I was getting made fun of for being Asian, like as a child, right?
Yeah.
So eventually, I mean, here's the thing: is like if people are going, so all right, so I'm just going to tell you, nobody at Anna M. Rudy Elementary School knew what Korea is. They're
Yeah.
sorry,
Thought it was a restaurant.
right until like the sixth grade, people thought China and Japan were the same place.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
Sorry, guys, there appears to be an emergency. But yeah, but that being said, it did not stop people from making like the buck teeth and slanting their eyes at me and making all that other shit. So, um, I came to terms with like racial humor a long time ago.
Right,
So,
yeah.
but that being, yeah, when you're saying a lot of what going around,
Uh,
like anti-immigration sentiment, or
I don't really see that much of that right
with us, no,
now. No. Yeah.
because I think a lot of people they've rationalized the thoughts. They've come to that term of like, if they're not supposed to be here, they're not supposed to be here. What do you want
Yeah,
me to do?
so they've all glommed on the Gaza thing. So,
Oh God,
dude,
that again.
yeah, it's crazy. So lately, seeing that going on, and like, seemed like we are getting a little bit past that, but apparently not. So,
I don't think the next
I don't know
big
what it is.
distraction has happened yet.
Big distraction.
Well, so I mean, free Palestine was enough to get people from Slava Ukraini. So
That's a little different, though.
it's the same crowd.
I don't know, man. I think that one's split a little bit.
Are you telling me that you're not going to see Palestine flags at anti-ICE rallies?
At anti-ICE rallies?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Ukraine flags. I haven't seen too many of those
Huh.
anymore. Yeah, that's kind of done. So, well, I mean, a lot of that had to do with like, Donald Trump like fucking pussyfooting with Putin over the last like 6 months, and everybody started realizing. I was like, actually, yeah, that guy is an asshole. Got it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
But like, yeah, the anti-ICE rallies. That there's not even really that many of those going on. So I mean, they show up on Twitter,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, but like the Gaza thing is just kind of, it seems like in the last week that's kind of flipped over. So there's like, I don't know exactly what, like, the Israelis plan on doing with Gaza this next week. I mean, you and I are on the same page, like build a dam around it, fill it up with gasoline.
Look, man,
You know,
they're going to stay on your ass the whole time. If you're going to
Exactly.
catch shit for it, catch shit for it.
Right, because you threw hands first. Yeah,
Sorry, man.
yeah, I
mean,
get that.
that's
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
get that, man. But just seems like there's a little bit of the I don't know, I hate zeitgeist, as a word. It's way overused. That and Overton window, I fucking hate that one now too.
Do you?
I really
Okay.
fucking do, man. So people like, well, the Overton window is shifted, and it's like, no, you just shifted, and you're trying to draw a box around where you were at. So fuck that, you know.
Well, here's the weird thing: is so you say, all right, let's break that down for a second, all right? Because I'm going to leave. We can come back to Palestine here, but you have such disdain for the Overton window. Why? Just as a concept, or as a mm, using this? A lot of people like to use this as an indictment against a certain group of people, usually
Correct.
the one they politically disagree with.
So the whole point, and like the Overton window is not that old. It's only been around for like
Right,
10 years
right.
or something. It was like a guy who died, and like
Ralph Overton. I know it's just so
I
silly.
I
Yeah,
know I get
yeah.
that, but like so many people use it to center themselves now.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
where it's like, okay, so like I've moved on this issue, so the Overton window has moved with me. It's like, no, motherfucker, that's not how that works. Okay, and so that's based upon consensus.
Right.
So and so like that's my beef with that one. I was talking to Water Wizard about that today. So
Well,
well, I mean,
I
it's
mean,
just
yeah.
it's just like one of my things like that and a fucking reckoning. You know,
No, 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 no. I
where
think,
it's like I think you guys are overusing this term and not actually like understanding its original inception in a way to actually describe, because it's all about what's possible. It's not about what you want to be possible. So, but so many people use it as like, well, I'm here, and since like everything between my two like thingies here
right,
is
right.
possible. So ergo, the Overton window is shifted with me, and it's like no, no,
Well, that's the thing. It's not a relative Overton window.
correct.
It's an objective Overton window.
It's observable.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and that's that. Anyway, so that's just like been one of my hobby horses lately.
No, no, no. That's fine.
Yeah,
The thing is, I think there's some value in the actual concept where you say, like, we do have this flexible idea of where the far this and the far this is,
yes,
right? And that can say, like, if the thing goes from, if our political football field goes from 0 to 0, right,
uh-huh,
right, and our normal political stuff is between the 20s, right,
right,
right?
yes,
And it
yeah,
so happens that eventually it starts to, wow, man, you're getting pushed over to your own 10, right? There is something to say that there is sort of like a shift to it, because there can be like, what do we accept? Because,
yeah, sure, but you're not always standing on the 50.
hell
So
no,
yeah, exactly.
absolutely
And,
not.
and like I've seen so many people doing that lately. It's like, bro, you are not center on this issue.
No,
So yeah, no, not
no.
even close. And so stop telling me that it's shifting based upon like your opinion and where you're at on something. Because really, when it comes down to it, you're just wish casting on one side or doom casting on the other side. So
In a lot of ways, yeah,
yeah,
in a lot of ways. And I think a lot of us too. Um, I know I've gotten here at certain points, and I know that there are certain things that I plant my flag in. But there are things where I was like, well, the Overton window is shifted. Why? Because I was, when I was 20, I was a progressive when I said, men should be able to get married. Right,
yeah.
right.
It's
And
like, I'm sorry, man. You're still operating between the 45s.
well, here's the thing. And if I was on that side of things at the time, it's like, okay, great. So people said, all right, we've gone ahead and opened up this door, and this has happened. But at that point, you said, well, actually, this is where I'm going to stop with this. And what I don't want to believe here is, I don't want to say, like, all right, so I've recoiled from this, or I stopped there, or whatever it may be, right? There are people who are going to take that and say, like, well, we need to keep going, right? Other people will say, like, actually, no, we're exactly where we want to be. Look, when people were taking the Oregon Trail, there were people that stopped and was like, Kansas is good.
Right? Yeah, I
Like,
made it to Chimney Rock.
yeah,
You know?
it's a great place to buy a
Yeah,
house, man.
yeah,
It's
no,
cool.
it's good.
Like,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
land way
yeah,
cheap.
yeah, way cheap, and really cheap labor here, and
Yeah, I mean, it's
not too many indigenous folks shooting arrows at my buffalo. Yeah, I got it.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we end up here? It's like, well, son, so we got here. We were gonna go further. we had like four wheels. But we broke them all on like the second day.
Yeah.
So here's where the last wheel broke. This is where I started building our home.
Right. And this is where
Right.
Sarah died from dysentery.
That's correct.
Right. Yeah.
She
So.
ate what turns out to be an inedible form of cactus.
Daddy, it hurts. Yeah. 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 It's going to be bad. Yeah.
But see, now, son, you weren't born then, but you don't fucking stand. We were so hungry.
We were, yeah, I know. Yeah. We left as bankers and we showed up. Sorry. We couldn't carry that 1,500 pounds of meat that we shot back in fucking Missouri. You know?
Well, so here's the thing. We carried it for a while. We did.
Right.
There was a problem, though.
It gave you dysentery. We didn't stop to dry it properly.
I kept telling young Sarah, it's like, I'm not the boss of you, but I think you probably want to like stop eating that. This is like fucking that.
You drinking on stream? Stop drinking on stream. So, but no, here's my point about the Overton. Yeah, no, I got you. But here's my point about the Overton window. So, like the last couple, like I'd say the last week,
Yeah.
with like Netanyahu, like declaration they're going to take over Gaza and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of guys that I respect, okay, who are trying to shift now and say, "Oh no, that's an overreach," blah blah blah. Okay, and it's like, but none of the conditions have changed. Okay, they
Okay.
still have
Yeah.
20 some hostages.
Right. Yeah.
October 7th was still a thing.
Yep.
Okay, Hamas still says death to Israel every TikTok video it can. Okay, so nothing's changed.
You have a cadre of retards in this country that support them
Correct.
vocally.
So, yes. And that cadre of retards is growing. That doesn't actually change the possibilities of what's going to happen. Okay?
Right.
So, and it's like, so that doesn't represent a shift in this. All right. That represents a shift in public opinion. But you guys have no fucking say in this. Okay? Because really, when it comes down to it, all right, so they're facing realities on the ground there.
Right.
With an absolutely dedicated fucking, like militia movement that is not interested in any of the solutions.
Nope.
That are out there.
Nope.
And so just because you're tired of this shit doesn't change what's actually going on.
Right.
And the same thing's true with Ukraine, too. So just because everybody's fucking tired of it doesn't mean it changes anything. And so that doesn't actually shift that window of what's possible. So, but no, I'm tired of this. And so the Overton window has changed. It's like, no, motherfucker, that's not what that means.
Nope.
Okay, no. And so, all right, so fine. He's going to go in there. He's going to bulldoze Gaza. Great. Let's get it over with.
Right.
And that's
rip the Band-Aid off, bro.
correct. Yeah, just get her done with, but then, the same thing's true where, like, I've even seen people that I kind of respect. Oh, they're going too far. It's like, no. Okay, they're not doing anything that they didn't already do. They've already been in that city fucking 3 times.
Yep.
So, and just because, like, we didn't, fucking put a relay shot on Iran or, sit there and say, oh, wow, Patriots, that's a good idea.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right.
That doesn't change the actual reality of what's going on in that place. So it's bananas, man. And, it's not bananas. It's just, it's like, it's back to content generation, man.
It is.
You're right. I'm back to content generation. I see what you guys are doing here. And that doesn't help anybody who's actually there. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, okay.
No, as a matter of fact, if I were to take that a step further, and were I in his position, right? Sure, give me a little bit. I guess the thing is, I would have two. All right, I would have 2 squads basically, where the first one is military and dudes that are boots on the ground, right? And so right behind me would be a crew with road rollers and equipment. And so, so it'd be like, look, we're here to get our people back,
Yeah.
right? And so here's how this works: we are going to sweep building by building, right? We're
Yeah.
going to sweep ship by ship. We're going to look for our people. Once we have looked and saw that our people aren't there, we will
Parking
flatten
lots.
it,
Yeah.
right? And the parking lot will follow us as we go. We will eventually hit water.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
mean, it's not going to take that much asphalt to get there.
that's
So,
correct.
yeah.
So you guys need to decide right now, um, are you going to go bang on Egypt's door, or are you going to start swimming, or whatever, right? Because the thing is, we can put an end to this. You give us our goddamn people back, right? And this is, again, the same kind of shit where you say, like, all right, um, you do know that these people can actually vote in Israeli elections. You know that these people can hold offices in Israel.
Like, so there's this guy that I've been watching. He's an Israeli journalist, but he's really good. All right, he's really fair, and he's thoughtful about what he does and things like that.
Yeah,
In terms of reporting. But of course, he's got like he's Israeli. He's got his thing.
there's a
But
bias,
sure,
a disclosed bias, I presume.
yeah, I wouldn't even call it a bias. It's just like a realistic perspective from his point of view.
Yeah,
More so than anything else. And I mean, he's had all these guys on his podcast that just like really informed me about a lot of this shit. And he's trying to fight back against this entire like mostly European, but also now like East Coast American and like
yeah,
left coast American
yeah.
kind of thing on it. He's like, you guys don't fucking live here. You don't understand what it's like having, like people who are less than your nearest king supers away from you who want to fucking kill you and your kids, and he was like, you got to understand that yes, there's a lot of Israelis they're not happy with our government and stuff like that, but most of the reason why they're not happy with the government is because they haven't fucking finished it. So and it's just like, hey man, I mean, I mean, I mean, like the whole like, okay, Canada invades like Vermont kind of thing. That's a bad argument because we'd fucking wreck Canada in 24 minutes. So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We have good roads to everything.
Oh, it's all connected.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's yeah.
it's all connected.
The
Yeah,
terrain can't help you.
we would shut down their internet in about 8 minutes.
That's correct.
Yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's not the point.
Yes.
The point is that like, okay, so we've got like this entire cadre of like fucking Monday morning quarterbacks out here, who have not the best interest of our season in mind.
Not even a little bit. No,
Yeah.
no, no.
So yeah, and it's just like I don't know what it is, but just this last week, I dove into a bunch of that shit, and it really got under my skin a little bit because it's like, shut the fuck up. If you're gonna go do this free Palestine, I think you fucking all right. So you can afford a ticket over there, go over there,
Well,
fight,
hey,
or like just check it out, whatever.
or check it out,
So yeah,
or you know what, or have the wherewithal to step back and say, like, you know what, don't just say I don't know, and you're certainly welcome to have an opinion, but you can take the perspective of, like, having not been there, there's a limit to what I can say,
correct.
right?
That'd be that. Oh man, that
That,
yeah.
that's a relief.
That's the exact last thing they would do.
I mean, Patrick. I mean, this is the
Yeah.
thing: is do keep in mind the leading candidate for mayor in New York, right, is a person. Again, let me put it
And
this
that's
way.
how I got involved in this, man. I started following that dude and like listening to some of his shit. I was like, wait a minute.
Look, there are people right now in this country,
Yeah.
not just in New York, but around this country, that are saying, you know what? Yeah, state-run grocery stores sounds like an awesome idea. Has this ever been tried somewhere in this world? I'll bet you it was a success.
Dude, I was talking to the Water Wizard about this today. I was like, that is the sixth ring of business hell.
What would you? Yeah, if
I
you.
was like, so wait a minute, you need the wrong place that has about a 25 or a 15 to 20,000, item inventory, most of
Yeah.
which is perishable, on a 2 to 3% margin, with all these safety and health regulations, and you actually have to have it like where people are going to be like, where's my fucking gas points? So, and you're going to try and publicly run this. And the only way that like anybody like Mr. King Supers,
Yes.
the only way that he or his shareholders make any money off this is by having like a fucking hundred of these things.
Yep. Right.
And so I'm just like that, like the whole grocery store thing. I think it's hilarious, and like my position on there. Go ahead and fucking try it. So if you can pull it off, cool. So, but I'm sorry, man. I mean, I just like I don't see how you do that without actually hurting, fucking like Abdul's bodega on the corner, and you're trying to get his vote. Good fucking luck with that, man. So but I mean, like the Israel thing is the thing that really got under my skin this week, man.
Okay, no,
I just got to be honest with that because I did poke into that, like going through some of that dude's TikToks and stuff like that, and he's kind of like dancing on the fence with the Israel Palestine thing. He's trying. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
because he's trying to get elected, I get that. Okay, but like there are there's a certain part of the constituency there that if you feed them that shit,
Yes.
then it turns into
They'll eat it.
well, public bodegas,
Right.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But also, like, it's like, okay, fine, you went back to Africa, cool. What the fuck does that have to do with Palestine? Nothing. So, okay, fine, and so like you just start to see it after a little bit where it's like, oh, wait. You don't actually know anything about what's going on over there because, it's just about like, okay, appealing to certain constituencies who also don't know anything about what's going on around there. And so I did. I spent a substantial amount of time this last week digging into that to kind of see what was going on with it, and like, okay, like all right, so I even watched some like Al Qaeda bullshit. You know, being a jihadi is kind of fucking fun.
I mean, okay.
And I didn't really
Okay.
get that before, but it's kind of like, all right, so if you grow up in a country that has a monarchy or whatever, kind of thing, but you're, like decently, you're not completely retarded, kind of thing, but what are you going to do? You're going to go like fucking punch somebody's oil tickets for a little bit, or are you going to go like, learn about the Quran and actually, participate in something? And it's like, okay, I have a more appreciation for that. So, but that informed me about like what's going on with Hamas. And it was like, well, that's all they fucking do, because nobody in this
Yep.
entire place has any kind of fucking future. And so if you're
Yep.
17 and you actually know how to read and shit like that, you read a little bit and oh man, that is fucking bad. Let me, go die in the name of Allah. I can kind of see that, and
Well,
like, and it was one of these things where it was just like, well, yeah, we kind of do that when the like fucking Navy shows up at your high school.
we, all right.
you know,
You,
I mean, it's not
yeah.
it's not the same. Of course, they're not the
No,
same.
well, no, hold on. All right, they kind of are. All right, here's the thing. There's a confluence of things going on here that lead itself to this exact situation, right? And so I guess I would thrust this out there for you first. Like, what demographic and what ages? Actually, I'll just focus on ages. Okay,
Sure.
what gender and what ages of people are responsible for just about all the crime in this country?
Oh, male, 17 to 25.
All right. Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
Now. All right. Now I'm going to take this same group. All right. And if you pull these people, all right, I'm not joking around with this shit because you know this. These are the same people. You pull this group of people, and I'm going to say like 51% they say they can take a bear in a fist fight.
Was
Now
the same.
it is okay.
I know. I seen that stat on Twitter.
Yep. Now take that same group of people.
And how many of them would take to take down a gorilla? I've seen that
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Yes. And there's a lot of people who's like, me and Tim can do it. Y'all know Tim. Tim's big.
Yeah, Tim's big.
Tim's big.
He's a big guy. He's pretty tough.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't like fucking bodybuilder lift. He powerlifts. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
he's peanut butter strong.
he eats like 4 eggs at a time. Yeah, it's so so you have that mentality, and then you take that same group of people and say like, all right, well, is your life shit? And I'm like, yes, everybody's life is shit.
Right. Yeah.
Now listen to me for a second. All right, I want you to read these verses.
Yeah.
Okay, read these verses. What do
Yeah.
these say here? It's like, okay, this is good. If I do, this is not just good; it's holy. This is like, these are things that are actually. And you say like, all right, can I get you into this? Hell yeah, I can get into this because the thing is, people stop doing this shit. Okay, this is all right. Well, to break down all of the essentially like the white versus black, and I just sum it up for this here.
Mm.
White people will do whatever the fuck it takes to stay out of jail for two reasons. Number one, they don't like it. Number two, white people are also like, well, that'll look bad on a resume, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, the same thing where it's like they'll spend thousands upon thousands contesting like a DUI, all this other stuff, right? They'll do anything they can to stay out of jail because of the repercussions of it, right?
Yeah.
Now, the part of the reason to that is if I do that, what will I lose, right? And that's the thing. If you have nothing to lose, right,
Yeah.
you have a totally different mindset at that point because there's like, what the fuck do I care if I go to prison? I got shit, right? There's a totally different perspective. And like again, now part of it is cultural, part of it's just like, my parents taught me things, your parents taught you things. Like you don't want to go here,
Sure.
you don't want to go here. Your uncle went here, he came out a changed man, whatever it may be, right? But that's part of it. Is if you're in a nothing to lose situation and the right people approach you and say like, look, these are good things that you can do, right? And the same crowd of people that are convinced they could take a bear in a fight are the same people that have the juice to go
Yeah.
ahead and
Yeah.
cause
Yeah.
some trouble,
Okay, I
and
got
they
you. I
do,
got you.
they do.
I got you on that one. I don't think it really cuts that cleanly.
It's
So
not a one for one, but I mean,
no,
you're
no, no. I
talking about
got you.
look, there's people that are vulnerable for this. There are people that are vulnerable for Scientology. There are people that are like, there's a certain need
White
that,
nationalism,
yep,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
the psychological impacts still, play a point, and there's also a part of like brain chemistry and development that, look, you don't see women doing this shit. You don't.
No,
And
you don't. Yeah.
generally speaking, you don't see 61-year-old, guys doing this shit either. It's the young guys,
Well, and see, here's the thing that I
but they're
found that
being led by.
well, and that's the point is like so this guy that I've been listening to, he's been doing a deep dive into like not just the theology, but like pan Arabic like philosophy that really lines up with some other things. And he's got like this kind of pet theory about this.
What's this?
Well, it's just interesting because um, so you got a bunch of old men, all right,
Okay.
in some of these places who have lived like somewhat hollow lives or unfulfilled lives. So let's put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yes. Got those here too.
you got those here too, but they manifest themselves a little bit differently in like a place like Palestine.
Yes.
And so and the one thing that this guy's been pointing out is that there's this redemption arc that is going on. That's the deep undercurrent of like all the like animosity towards Israel and stuff like that, because the actual anti-Semitism isn't that old. So I mean, you can take it back. I mean, you can take it back a long time, but you can take it back to like the Ottoman Empire, where
It's different.
Jews were like it was fine having Jews in a lot of places, and you can take a look at all these different states like Iraq and Iran and Egypt,
Well, you're talking
which had
like,
like 15 to 20% Jewish populations up until like last 50, 60 years.
well,
So,
a lot of them too were like, well, yeah, of course you can stay and you can believe what you want. You just got to pay.
well, and that's fine. I mean, that's no different than
I
anywhere
was saying,
else.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like all right. So, I mean, the fucking Romans did
I
that.
was say, yeah.
So yeah. So but I mean, but anyway, there's this idea of this redemption arc, where like something bad happened, like over the last 100 years,
Yeah.
ever since World War I and the fall of the Ottoman Empire, blah blah blah, all that stuff, where we suddenly realized that everything that was Arab society, and Arab society is not really a good way to put that.
Yes.
So it's not because the famous line from fucking Lawrence Arabia, it's like, "We're going to be the king of the Arabs," and fucking, it's like the Arabs, who are they? kind of thing. But
I
anyway,
mean,
that's a different
yeah,
point. So, but I mean, this whole idea of this redemption arc that's going through this is actually fundamentally fucking European. Okay, so which was imported from Europe, okay, specifically through the Germans, who are perpetually the bad guys everywhere, apparently. Okay, about like, okay, well, fine, we got fucked by everybody else around us, and so we're gonna like fucking rebuild Germany. And so,
yeah. If they say I'm the bad guy, then that's what I'm going to
if
be.
I'm the bad guy, then that's what I'm
Yeah,
going to be, and
yeah,
I'm going to show you all someday.
yeah.
Yes,
You live to regret
you
this.
live to regret this, son. And so it's just this really interesting, different take on the entire thing. That's actually
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's made a little bit of sense, because if you go back, I mean, you just have to go back a little bit to find where, like, actually, all you guys are pretty fucking cool with each other,
that's so. Yeah.
and it's like, well, wait a minute, why is that not a thing anymore,
Well, there's that thing. You've probably heard this a million times. They're like, well, this is British fault. Is it
I've heard that 1,000
because
times, and I don't fucking buy it
because
anymore,
they
man.
drew this arbitrary line in
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
1948?
All they did was come here and fucking rape us out of our oil, and it's like,
So
but if you take a look at like even India, it's got some of that going on, and there's some parts about it that, like, okay, colonialism is a thing, I get that, but you're also talking about a place that's a legit bona fide fucking democracy too.
that's correct.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, and their politics are like more divided than ours are in some respects, but they still hash it out every single year.
They do. They
Yeah, and
do.
it's like, okay, all right, well, not terrible. And I mean, you can take a look at other countries like that too, where, like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, stuff like that. It's like, well, actually, this is a pretty good way to organize yourselves in some respects. It's not based upon redemption arcs and stuff like that. It's based upon, like, do you guys have decent jobs? Do you have good lives?
It's pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty straightforward.
Well, and sometimes it's not even do I actually have this. It's does it look like I have this? Because I mean, this is
Sure.
this is
Yeah.
we know what it is. It's appearance culture, and that's part of what it is. Because I mean, look, you and I we've kind of grown past this, right? Where we're sort of like, all right, well, there's sort of like a prestige thing of this here, where it's like if you or I had sort of set our sights and said like, all right, that's fine. I want to have this apartment in Soho, or I want to do this here,
Yeah.
and this is what it would take, and this is how much it would cost, right? And I'm living in a fucking closet with four other homosexuals, but I'm living here, right? And
It's
I'm
my thing. I'm in Soho, man.
I'm in Soho,
Oh,
and
dog.
I'm in Soho, and I'm making $212,000 a year, but I'm living in a fucking broom closet. And there's a part of that, like, if that's what you are, you're like, you know what? But I live here, right?
Right.
That's my appearance
Did
thing.
you make it?
Did
Yeah.
I make it to
Yeah.
this? Now, you and I would then turn around and say, like, well, hey, Jeffrey, I understand that you made it to Soho, and I'm proud of you. So I, it's like I earn one quarter of what you have. I
Right.
have 17 times the property, right? Like when you look at photos,
I have multiple bathrooms in my
I have
house.
multiple bathrooms. That is correct. That's true. It's like I have multiple bathrooms. I'm going to send you a photo. It's like this is my family, and you're going to see this. They're showing their teeth. That's not aggression. They're smiling, right? It's like this is what's going on over here, right? I have a lot more for a lot less, and I work 29 hours a week.
Right.
What are
Yeah.
you at? I'm like, I stopped counting after 100. Because once I actually wrap over the fingers like 10 times, I just
Yeah.
give
I've
up.
only got so many fingies. Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing. So, like, if you go to like a Korean in Seoul right now and they're living in a fucking cardboard box, right?
Making
For a fortune every
$212,000 a
fucking
year.
day,
Yeah.
the same thing. Like, not everyone in Tokyo can be fucking rich. I mean,
No.
that's the thing. And so you say, like, all right, if you want to be there, cool, you can do that, right? But an underscore of this, like, okay, well, if you see this as successful, go be it. If not,
Hey, man, you define it for yourself.
I
And
know.
some people just aren't very good at, like, they're not good at, like, possibilities.
Well, it's like
You know,
possibilities and what do you want? Is that okay? So is it
you get fixated on something that's like, this is the thing. You know,
this is the thing, or somebody's telling you this is what you want? I
correct.
know that when I
Yeah,
was younger, it was really look. That's how a lot of things get sold. There are a lot of things where it's like, well, I want this because the media I consume makes this look so glamorous, right?
correct. Yeah.
I don't know the difference.
No, no.
I don't know the difference, and
Well, and
that's
half the time you don't live the difference either. So,
no,
yeah,
no.
I get it.
But I could spend enough time in fucking Houston to say, like, I don't want to live here.
Or Wyoming.
Look, man, okay, there's a component of Wyoming where I could say, like, I could live there, right? And you cross the border, and you just look over at like a dirt patch and say, like, if I have 50 hectares of fucking property here, right?
Right. I get my own motorized gate. Yeah.
Right? And I said, okay, so what did I pay in state income taxes? Oh, zero.
Zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, do I have like big like hedgehogs big enough to ride around my property? Hell yeah, this is sweet.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm close enough to goddamn Colorado that I can go and actually live a civilized lifestyle with a short
I
drive.
could get to a Bucky's if I
That
needed
is
to.
correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. But you and I both know if you go up the street a little bit and it's like
fucking
you can tell there's just
fucking gasoline alley, man.
there's this part where you just like it's not labeled on any map or anything.
Right.
It's just like you feel it in your stomach, and you're just like you're going. It's like I am way too far from humans.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Then you pass through Cheyenne. You're like, okay, I guess I could live here. This feels like
Yeah.
Longmont, um, but it's your capital.
It's a shitty version of Loveland. Yeah. Exactly.
This is
Yeah.
your state capital. This is
It's like, wait a minute, you got swastikas in your hotel? Yeah.
so huge Cheyenne. It's like you realize that if you got nuked, this city would only go from 5 to 4. It's a
You can build
we're
back
not
up, buddy. Yeah, it won't take too much. We just got to get the gas plant back online. Yeah.
we're not talking about this is 22 over here, right? This is 22 over here.
You
This
didn't cut
is
his population in half.
that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Oh
so
wow, I still have two scientists here. Cool.
right,
Yeah.
right, and I got to tell you, just the sheer amount of like dirt that you have here, right? That soaks up radiation, man. You're gonna be fine.
Totally. Yeah.
You're
Oh,
gonna be
the
fine.
sagebrush, fine. It's great
Absolutely.
at that.
In
Yeah.
fact, make things better. Just throw more dirt on top of it.
Well, maybe the bomb will do that. You never know.
Well, that's the thing. Well, use a
Yeah.
different bot, or I don't know, or
Right.
put concrete on it.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know, and here's the thing: you got to let people
Ample
know. It's
parking.
like, guys,
Yeah.
people live in Hiroshima right now.
Right. It's not a black hole in the
That's
ground.
correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Like, I mean, that is a weird thing. You know, when people talk about it, it's like you realize there's just not like a part of Japan. Like if you go to the map, it's just got a radiation
It's got a
hole
hole in it.
because
Yeah.
people just can't go here.
Yeah.
Right?
It's covered with like fucking orange crap.
Right.
We just never cleaned it up, man, because every time we send somebody in
They melt, and the weird thing is, all these like big mutated ants keep coming out of the hole, and we fight them.
there. Right, yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
it's
Occasionally you get a scorpion too.
they're
Yeah.
crazy. The size of a building.
Oh, is it very
This
bad?
is some
Yeah,
shit,
it
man.
is very bad.
Yeah,
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 no.
totally understand.
Not to say that it's good to nuke places.
Let's don't. I mean, we did it twice, and
I hear they have walkable cities.
the
Great train system. Yeah.
brain drain. Well, I mean, that being said, like, so if you're going from flat, it is really easy to put in fiber optic lines. Like,
Oh, sure.
you
Yeah.
go from nuke flat because if you have to bulldoze that shit out of the way.
Well, you don't have to anymore. I mean, you can just put infrastructure wherever you want.
Well, you do it, but I mean, after it's been like, because you most of the time you don't want to do it, right? The things that
Well,
let you
no.
city skylines bulldoze everything is like a nuclear explosion, right? Otherwise, you got to get permits, right?
Yeah.
So when you go ahead and scratch that all out, it's really easy to get like Tony to come and say like, "Can you snap a chalk line where fiber optic lines go?"
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need some tram lines in here too.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. You know why we can do
This
this?
place is gonna pop someday. It's just
We
gonna
can do this
absolutely pop
because it's flat.
because it's flat.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, Gaza could be a paradise. Gaza could be a high-speed internet paradise.
Could be a totally walkable city here. I'm
You just get the
envisioning
fucking Palestinians.
fucking bike trails and fucking yeah, like on street parking and
On-street parking, street food, street performers. I mean,
501s with a fucking like commercial zone on the bottom.
absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Busking. I mean, you got it all.
Street. Yeah, you could have jugglers and
Live music.
live music.
Live music.
Yes. So all reachable within 15-minute bike ride.
Absolutely.
So,
And you know what? It's near water, so you have seafood.
it's absolutely beautiful. You could put in like a fucking cruise ship port. So.
Oh my God, I don't know why you don't.
Well, you might as well build a monorail.
Oh, dude, like if you're cities Palestine, like like the parks and like what was it, parks and beaches, or what was it, the one where you could build all that stuff into like the water and, yeah.
The marinas and
Yes.
I mean, you could build an Elitch's there or a Six Flags.
The fucking Colossal Order building.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even get that Paradox fucking dinosaur thing. Have that be your city square.
I mean, this is the only thing holding them back is the Palestinians. So I mean, it's what do you want? Do you want that, or do you want this thing you got going on here that's just?
I don't know, man. So I just think that in the next couple of weeks it's gonna get really fucking bad. So when those guys go in there, and not so maybe not so bad on the ground. I don't know. So I've seen
Predictions.
I've seen my share of Telegram videos on Palestine. Okay, it's not fun. I get that. Okay, for both sides, totally get that. It's just like Ukraine. I can't watch the war porn anymore because it's so fucking bad. So
Well, it's so indiscriminate. It's the thing that we always became afraid of. Like, I have watched.
oh, it's there. It's there.
I mean,
The only thing you have to realize is on really small scale. So
it is.
It's not tens of thousands of people who are getting droned every day. So
But they are getting droned.
They are getting droned, and effectively so. There are fields that are full of fucking fiber optic cable because of that bullshit. So, I'm not optimistic about our little Alaskan summit this week, but who knows, man? He might pull it off. I don't know. So, the guy surprises me every week. So, whatever. Maybe.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, and there's just eventually you have to hit that whatever that line is and say like, all right. So I guess 20 was the magic number for Twix bars that you wanted.
Exactly. Yeah.
I said 19. You held firm. Good on you, man.
Yeah, good on you. Yeah, we hit double zeros today.
We did. We did. You rascal, you got me.
You rascal, you got me, buddy. You never know.
Oh, you sly guy, you. Okay, so I'd like to, in closing, when we talked about words that are, again, they go on the sign of, in this house, we don't say this. So you said that Overton window.
I think Overton window's on the cut list now.
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist is definitely in the we don't say those words in this house.
Okay, I would also.
Reckoning is not.
Reckoning? Okay,
Yeah.
I would also like to add the term bad praxis.
Ooh, I haven't heard this.
Oh boy, people love to use that term.
What is bad praxis?
Well, I would ask you first, what's praxis?
I don't even know.
All right, so praxis is basically, you're talking about like theoretically good,
Okay.
right? Bad praxis is basically that point where it goes from like, well, that's a theoretically good idea, but where the rubber meets the road, that's
So
bad
like
praxis.
tariffs.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is when you're stuff like this. So, you will find that plus
Bad praxis.
bad praxis plus media literacy will be the.
Okay, I will not object to you putting that in. I am already there, buddy. Bad practice is a new one to me.
Ah, okay, all right,
So,
all
but
right.
it's getting there, man, and maybe we can talk about this next time, man. But
Perhaps. Yeah.
like, like the whole tariff thing. Every like 99 out of 100 economists say it's fucking bad, and I'm not seeing it yet.
Well, look, I mean,
You know?
here's the thing: is like Mark said this on his show the other day, where he's like, "I said it." He's like, "I looked at this. I looked at what the Economist said, and they said by this date,
Yeah,
which
it's
was
fucking
a
doomed.
month ago."
Yeah,
He's
doomed.
like, "It was doom predicted upon doom,"
Yeah.
right? And then he said, like, "But I like, and for the sake of my show, I was looking for the doom so I could
Who
make
said
fun of it."
this?
Bill Maher. He's like,
Oh,
I
okay.
was waiting on the doom so I could
Yeah.
make fun of it on my show, but doom never came.
Doom has yet to come.
He's
Yes.
like, so does that mean that I have to admit that I was wrong? I think it does.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, there's a component of this, but I mean, this, like,
So that
yeah,
is that an example of bad praxis?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't use the term, but it's been coming up a lot lately. And so when people,
All right. I'll have to look into
let me
it.
say this, the whole reason to introduce the term is so that when people say, what is that? They say, oh, you don't know.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. You didn't pass Econ 101. So, okay.
It's look again. It's not. This is not new. This is not.
Uh,
Again, it's the same people. Like when you say media literacy, it's like, oh, okay, you're a fascist because you
fucking
don't
hate that,
understand
man.
the. You don't understand the.
Hate that. I've heard that so many times. Yeah, okay, so that one's on the ban list.
I don't know if it's on the ban list, but it could make it on the sign.
Okay.
It could make it on the sign.
In this house, we do not believe in media literacy.
Well, maybe maybe we use the gamer word and we say in this house these terms are only said by gamer word, and then you go down the list.
Okay, all right.
You have to be a gamer word to say these terms.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
There's a version of this we'll come up with this. Like time has gone by, we've added more to it, so it's quite all right.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid list. It's
It's growing, and well,
yeah.
and as long as people continue to, all right. You were talking about the Overton window. Okay, there's one other thing that we have to cover with this.
Uh,
All right, I know your father taught you this. When do you check? When do you check your oil? When the engine's hot or when it's cold?
it's cold.
When it's cold?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, here's the thing is when it comes down to it, when you're checking the oil, there's a certain time that you got to do it.
Yeah.
And if you just say, I check the oil, but you don't specify that I
Hot
check
or
the
cold,
oil,
yeah.
I check the oil of Twitter, I check the oil of Blue Sky. And if you just say, I check the oil and this is what the window looks like because you checked
You're
the
wrong.
oil of
Yeah.
Twitter and you didn't actually ask real human beings,
Right.
you're an asshole
Yeah.
because you're trying to present a very, very, very different shade
Yeah.
of the world. You're trying to basically use this to justify your position,
Yeah.
what you believe.
Right.
And so you're just changing the sample size that you're and set that you're using.
Right.
Well, no shit. If you go to Reddit and put out a poll where you know the place is 66% left and
Yeah.
say, America believes this,
Yeah.
no, Reddit
No.
believes this.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Blue Sky believes this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's a little slice of people
Yeah.
who are fucking freak shows, and you're trying to use that as your
Those are those
justification.
fucking weirdos who check their transmission when it's hot.
It's fucking weirdos, man. I don't know if you because this actually made its way around Telegram, and I'll stop on this. The did you see the actual like there is a bona fide snuff film that made it out this week
Oh,
for another time.
okay. Yeah, no, I did not see that.
Jesus Christ, man, that was
Fucking gross.
like I was like, I need some air. So I need to
Go touch grass.
go touch grass. I need to go. I don't care what institution it is. I need to go somewhere and pray.
Exactly. It's TJ's ghost, huh? All right.
Later.
Yeah,
Later.
later.
On real shit, man.
Okay, I'm Pat.
I'm Jeffrey.
for later.
Yes.